Ian, firstly, welcome to Russia Olympic. How happy are you to be here?
Yeah, it's really pleased to be back. It's been a long time. I think I worked it back to 2003 when I last kicked a ball on this pitch against Chasetown and hurt my knee down there, and that was it. I didn't really play again semi-professional football, so after all these years to be back here, it's fantastic. And to have a look at the place, compared to what it was like back then, compared to what it is now, it's amazing what Nick and John have done. It's fantastic facility, and seeing all the kids here on these community things and that, it's brilliant.
Obviously, first things first, get a bit of admin at the way. You've got your own team coming in with you. Who are they, may I ask?
Richie Colwell, he's been with me, a long time, too long. We worked together first time at Tividale, I think going back to 2013. We worked together at obviously Alvechurch for a long period of time, in two spells, and Stourbridge, and then the brief spell at Warsaw Wood. So yeah, we know each other well, and I'd like to think we complement each other well, two different sort of styles. So yeah, he'll be coming in. Danny Pilgrim, he's an A licensed coach, very, very good coach. And we've got Martin Simpson, who'll be doing the scouting, and Phil Langston, he'll do some of the analysis with the GPS vests and stuff like that. Helps out with that technical side a little bit.
So you touched on it then, you've obviously back as a player. I mean, it must be even more special having played here for as long as you'd have two spells to come back here now 20 years later as manager. What's that like?
It's brilliant, like I say, I've always said it, Rush Hall is my non-league club, and yeah, to finally get the manager's job here, it's something I'm really excited about. At the same time, it came close on a couple of occasions before, when I've spoke to John, and sort of it's not quite happened, but finally, we're here and it's happened, and I'm just looking forward to getting going. Can't wait. It's been, I think, since September when we knocked it on the head at Warsaw Wood. So yeah, it's been a long time coming for me. It's the longest I've been out of football for quite a while. So I can't wait to get going, get talking to players, and we know it's going to be a little bit of a rebuild, I suppose, after a disappointing season. So yeah, but obviously we want to get good style of football. That's important to us. We like to get the ball down and play, and the pitch here is really conducive to that. We've been at places like Tividale and Alvechurch, with all due respect, where the surfaces and Warsaw Wood, where the surfaces are not good, but we still managed to play a really good style of football. And I think this surface here, it's fast, it's short, it's small, and I think it will suit some of the technical players that we'd like to bring to the club.
For people who don't know you, should we say, what would you say your managerial style is? What do you ask for from your team?
I like good technical footballers, but at the same time, they've got to make sure that they're putting a shift in. There's players out there that you don't expect to be smashing through tackles and that for you, but at the same time, we expect them to work hard and get into a shape and get pressure on the ball when they can, and do their best in that sort of terms of the game. But the technical ability of the players that we try and sign normally are very good. And like I say, we play good football, attacking football. We try and get a high intensity to us as well, and that served us well in our managerial careers so far. So there's no real need to change.
Obviously, you said it's going to be a real world job. What is it though that your aims are going to be for next year? I know it's a long time away and there's a lot of work to do in the off season, but what are the initial aims coming to the club?
Well, I spoke to the chairman and vice chairman Nick. They said that it's stabilise the club at this level of the football now. You've seen so many times over the years where clubs have got relegated, and then they're very close, or they go again. You look at Luton Town at the moment, for instance, in the Premier League just over 12 months ago, and on the verge of potentially dropping out the Championship. So it happens as well in non-league with some certain, like Blythe Spartans is one that springs to mind, where they've come down the leagues quite dramatically. So yeah, it is really important that we just stabilise the club first and foremost, and we'll get some consistency. I mean, it's been difficult for the managers this year, where there's been a lot of incomings and outgoings and that, and like I say, and injuries, and we want to try and get a settled squad so the supporters can relate to them as well. I think that's important, and I want to try and bring as many local boys in as well, players that live local to the area, and I've already been in touch with a couple of them already throughout today, and So yeah, that's important that the fans have something to relate to a little bit more this season.
And just finally, I suppose you mentioned the fans. Then, how important are they going to be for your journey during your time at the club?
Yeah, I mean the gates have certainly picked up here over the years, and obviously with the National League, they certainly picked up again, and we hope to maintain the support that we've gained, that the club's gained over the last few years, and that with the National League, because I do think non-league's got a lot to offer. In general, it's very pricey to go and watch some of the football league games now, and I do think it's good value for money. And like again, just touching back on the style of play, I think over the years, if you ask other clubs and other supporters around these levels, there ain't many better footballing sides than the sides that we produce. So hopefully we'll be able to give them some good entertainment value and easy on the eye.